My name is Vishal Ramatar, and today I will be showing you some videos on one of the biggest scandals in history, which led to the bankruptcy of a popular energy company named Enron, and eventually the downfall of an internationally known accounting firm named Arthur Andersen. Now you may be wondering, what happened and how did these two companies manage to diminish their names? It is because Enron did not share their future operations and financial statements with shareholders and reported financial statements to make their company seem like there was growth in the Enron company worth investing into. Arthur Andersen was an accounting firm that offered Enron financial advice and auditing, which is an overview of how the company is doing and where it could potentially go in the future. Arthur Andersen was a very big consulting firm to Enron, and the bankruptcy of Enron brought a bad reputation to the large Arthur Andersen accounting firm. Now please enjoy this short clip we prepared for you.
Enron's accounting firm, Arthur Andersen, was convicted of obstructing justice. With its reputation for honesty destroyed, America's oldest accounting firm fell along with Enron, and 29,000 people lost their jobs. Enron shareholders are suing Enron and its banks for $20 billion. Ken Lay was also indicted for conspiracy to commit fraud. His attorney maintains that no one has been hurt more by the Enron bankruptcy than Ken Lay.
Nice ball, they didn't show up this morning.
With today's arrest of Ken Lay, the top echelon at Enron has now been called to account for their crimes.
Mr. Lay, you have anything to say, sir? A little later today, I'll help.
Looking at Enron is like looking at the flip side of so much possibility, because like most things that end terribly, it didn't start out that way. It started with a lot of people who thought they were changing the world, and over time they became victims of their own hubris, victims of their own greed, and so it's like taking so much promise and possibility and looking at it in a mirror and seeing the flip side reflected back at you.
I think the larger lesson was what Enron asked of its employees, which was ask why. And, you know, I didn't ask myself why enough. I didn't ask managers why enough. I didn't ask my colleagues why enough.
Now the other video I'm going to show you is how Enron affected their consumers by shutting down many energy facilities, and how their actions can be seen as extremely unethical. When looking at how the big corporation had acted so selfishly, there are many inside phone calls traced in the video just to show you how cruel this big energy company really was.
Remember the Enron tapes? Enron workers were heard manipulating the California energy shortage a few years back and gloating over it. Federal energy regulators now say Enron made more than $1.5 billion off that shortage. And today, more audio and documents surfaced, the first to indicate the scamming and scheming started years earlier than we previously knew. CBS's Vince Gonzalez gives you the inside story.
During the West Coast power crisis, homes went dark and streetlights were out in California, causing injuries and accidents. But the danger didn't stop Enron's energy traders from having a good laugh.
They had to do a rolling blackout through the town, and there was a red light there, he didn't see.
That's beautiful.
I'm like, this is causing animosity throughout the state now. Cars are blowing up.
Newly released evidence shows years before the crisis, Enron schemed to manipulate markets. The new tapes, routinely recorded by Enron to protect their own deals and later obtained by this small utility in Washington state, confirm what CBS News has been reporting for 4 years, that Enron secretly shut down power plants so they could cause and then cash in on the crisis.
We want you guys to get a little creative,
okay,
and come up with a reason to go down.
Plant operators were coached on how to lie to officials.
Just call them, hey guys, you know, finish our queue up. We're coming down.
Okay, so we're just coming down for some maintenance, like a forced outage type thing.
Right.
And that's cool.
Hopefully.
Enron also pulled power out of states like California, causing emergency conditions to worsen.
Sorry, California, I'm bringing all my power out of the state. Today I moved out over 600 megawatts.
The shutdowns and pullouts triggered sky-high power prices.
We're just making money hand over fist.
And when states complained,
Get a f***ing clue.
Yeah. Leave us alone. Let us make a little bit of money.
Yeah, exactly.
When the schemes began to unravel, employees blamed the men running Enron.
Oh, I told you they were all crooks. I just didn't know how much.
As far as I'm concerned, nothing happened in Enron that Ken Lay didn't blast.
But former CEO Ken Lay, in this Enron training tape obtained by CBS News, had a different message.
Enron is a company that deals with everyone with absolute integrity.
A federal grand jury didn't buy it. Lay has been indicted, and the tapes could be used against him. A company spokesperson would only say Enron continues to cooperate with all ongoing investigations. Vince Gonzalez, CBS News, Los Angeles.